Hola clase. Tonight we're going to discuss the difference between la diferencia entre tú versus usted. They both mean you, but that's really the only thing that they have in common. So, open up to a blank sheet in your interactive notebook and then title it tú versus usted. Make sure, clase, that you have a little accent over your you in tú. If you don't have an accent, it means your. It changes meaning. That's the whole point of the accents. They'll change the meanings of words. When you're done with that, press play and we'll continue. Tú versus usted. Okay, now go ahead and draw this Venn diagram. Title it tú. Usted is over here, and the one and only thing they have in common is, like I said, they both mean you. Go ahead and draw this in there. And feel free to take up as much space as you want. This is the only thing going in your cuaderno interactivo tonight. Okay. Now, you use tú when speaking to friends, family, people your age, you being a kid though, and let's specify that, kid, and pets, for instance. The main thing to remember with tú is it's informal. It doesn't mean that you don't respect someone you call tú. You call your mother a tú. You won't use usted with her. And that doesn't mean that you don't respect your mother or that you're showing a lack of respect for her. It just means that she's familiar. You don't have to be ultra formal with her. You're still polite and everything else, and you still follow your rules, but it's just using tú versus usted. It doesn't mean that you have to be super proper by using usted. It would be kind of strange if you addressed your mom or your dad or someone in your family as an usted. So let's talk about usted now. You use usted with people you don't really know, people who are unfamiliar, talking to older people. Again, not necessarily your grandparents if you know them well, but just older people in general, meaning adults, your friend's mom, and so on. And people of authority, like your teachers. Again, I don't want to stress that it's less respectful to use usted versus tú. It's just more formal. It's more formal to use usted, not less respectful. Okay, so let me just give you a few examples of tú versus usted. And you can just write these right underneath your Venn diagram. I'm sure you have a little space there at least. So some examples for tú would be let's say your dad, your best friend, and classmates. Even if you don't know your classmates very well, you would still use tú with them because they're on the same, think of it, same level. It's a little less formal. You're still polite and respectful, but it's just less formal. Usted, let's give some examples on here, over here. Señorita, probably the most important usted in your life. Señorita. Most adults will say The ones that you just don't know very well. And we'll go ahead and say, I suppose Dean has to. He would be an usted. Okay, if you have any questions about this, please feel free to email me over the weekend. But you are officially done with homework. Hasta lunes.